Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Monday, June 30th, 2014. All right, review of announcements on Friday, which was the consumer sentiment, and it actually came in almost a point higher than what they were expecting. And they were expecting it to be up from the previous, month. I think it's a monthly indicator, so consumer sentiment is up, at least those that are able to consume. For today, we have the Chicago PMI, which is, I think, some sort of producer's index, pending home sales index, and the Dallas Fed manufacturing survey. So that'll be for today. This is going to be a short week. U.S. markets will be closed on Friday. So our expiration is going to be Thursday for anything we might jump into this week. Alright, so let's take a look here at the futures across the pond. Across the big pond, we're seeing mostly bullish, a couple of bearish indexes here, but overall bullish. And we're actually in Europe. Things are looking flat, very flat. All right. I always have to kind of laugh at some of the things that MarketWatch comes up with. 10 states where drunk drivers kill the most people. And why they have a picture of a snowplow, I really don't know. I don't know. I have to really sometimes wonder at these guys. Alright, let's take a look at our futures and how things are going here. Pretty much looking like Europe. Pretty darn flat. Gold is at 13.14. It's been slowly sinking since its peak about a week ago. You can take a look at a chart here. Alright. Okay, so looking at this chart, which this is the futures, so I haven't changed this to say don't show, since we're at 78 minutes. I said don't show after. I did not say don't show after hours. But anyway, here is, actually it's not all that bad. A big pop on the 19th, June 19th. And then it's been pretty much hanging out up there at that newly elevated level, but we still have a ways to go to get back to the March numbers. And let's take a look at oil. Earl, as we used to say back in the day. Earl was up at 107, and now it's been slowly pulling back as I guess the world is adjusting to the new state of Syria, Iraq. Should we call it Cyrac or Iria? I don't know. I have no idea. Some people say Iraq. Some people say Iraq. Never mind. Tomato, potato, all that kind of stuff. Alright, let's take a look at the results from last week. Oh, not good. Alright, so that's good enough. No, I was just kidding. We'll go back to it. Let's see here. We have Baidu. This was the wrong way trade. And you can see that rather than coming in at... well, it would have been 400 and some bucks, because I can tell you, I can leave that open now because this is a little bit smaller. If we were to take a look at Baidu's chart, this was Monday's trade. Wrong way. Let's give me a temporary name of Wrong Way Guru. When I took the wrong direction on this trade because of, I don't know why. I could blame it on being distracted, and I probably was. I don't know what I was thinking. Went the wrong way. Didn't really notice it till the next day. And it hurt. But if I don't think I give the strike here, don't I? Yes, I do. So we're looking at 177.50. 177.50 would have been right around here. It would have been very successful. So be careful out there. Just be careful. And then I can't blame this on anything other than Netflix just really disappointed me after its big run. I decided to get in. Let's take a look at Netflix. And it just kind of runs out of gas. So 20 Delta would have been much safer at this point. It sure kind of looked good, but we had actually this aberration here, or this burp, I guess you might say, which should have told me to stay out. So those two bad trades last week, one worse than the other. One was just cockpit trouble, and the other one is not following rules. So that's where we're at. Alright, so I am taking a look at, we're done with that, I can close that. So taking a look at doing things a little bit different as far as my A+ list is concerned, especially for the 50 deltas, because here's the deal. Say on, let's take a look at something that's around $100. Let's take a look at LinkedIn. Alright, go to the Analyze tab here, and we have $1 spreads for these weeklies. Let's take a look at this week. We have $1 spreads. Alright, so if we were to take just about any other fast moving stock that is under $100, say a $60 or a $50 stock, chances are pretty good that you probably have $1 spreads on that too. Maybe 50-cent spreads, and I don't have anything in mind right now. But if I was to take a look at, say, like the NASDAQ 100, and let's do that just right quick here. Public F through R, NASDAQ 100. Okay, so let's take a look at something that probably moves quite a bit. AKAM. Okay, so here we have 50-cent spreads. So if we were to do a 50 delta trade on this, we're talking about 25 cents or $25 is would be what we would be shooting for a credit, and a risk, of course, around $25. So that they're not all that bad choices here. Bib, who is Biogen, we're looking at $2.50 spreads. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make here is that I am going to be looking at stocks that I'm interested in, like Fast used to be kind of a favorite of mine. They don't have weeklies. Even like Facebook, I'll bet you, it's very liquid. Look at the open interest here just on this week, for this week. Pretty high. So Facebook would be a good one to add. As much as I dislike Facebook. So there's a couple on here that I would be interested in, and there are also others on the A+ list that I would like to get rid of, like CVX. I really don't have all that many trades on CVX, and it's kind of a heavy, cumbersome Dow 30 type of a stock that I might want to just not even trade it. 3M, who else here might I want to take off my list. And I might want to add like a Facebook, just as an example. So I'll be taking a look at that this week and into this weekend, maybe sooner rather than later, and see if there's a couple that we can swap out for something that moves a little bit more and has a better looking stochastics than some of these that we're looking at right now, which are, a lot of them are pretty flat. All right, so now I think, about the weekly results. I haven't uploaded it yet, so it's not available on my blog. I'll probably do that after this video. So by the time you watch this, hopefully it'll be there. If it's not there, shoot me an email. I will have forgotten. All right, let's get going here. We'll throw up the risk profile. There's not really many positions that I have right now. If we go to the monitor tab, these are all 20 deltas. They're all doing pretty good except for Priceline. But Priceline, let's take a look. It's not like it's in trouble or anything. It's just a rather new trade. And we had a little bit of movement against our position on Friday. So we're showing negative on that. But so far looking pretty safe on this one. And since we're getting delta on almost everything here except Priceline, we can see that we are positive delta except for Amazon. And this is what Amazon looks like. Well, this should be negative delta as well. No, this is, it is negative delta, you dork. So this is the only one that I'm betting is going to stay down there. We need to just zoom in just a tad more on this to get our weekly hash marks here with these particular marks here. So we're looking at expiration of next week. All right, so let's get going with the scan for today, and we'll try to run through it quick. We could throw the charts up here. We could do that. All right. Don't notify me again. Ah, dang it, I missed it. Trying to get those things to not pop up on me. All right, let's get the right zoom level here. Are we able to see? We're not quite there with the weeks yet. There. That'll be good for me. Okay, no, I can't see enough here. Sorry about that. I couldn't see the moving averages. All right, I needed to see them. Apple, we're going to set a target down here. All right, I hear that there's some excitement about the iPhone 6. Amazon, we're good here. Another entry possibly, but not ripe right now. Yeah, it could possibly add to this trade because I think the 50 on the weekly is going to roll over, and the 20 has been negative. I might add to it, maybe with a different expiration. Yes. Let's see here. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Let's just take a look at it. We'll put it on the 20 delta list, and I'm going to want to take a look at this later today. And that would be a bear call that I would be looking to do there. All right, Baidu. Oh, we got the charts right here. Okay, Baidu. We have target set down here. Celgene. We have a target set down here. We're just waiting for it to come down. Touch it. Chipotle. We're in. And we expiration next week. Looking good so far. Costco. See, we're not getting, well, yeah, we're not, let's see here. This is what I'm going to want to see here. Alright. I'm still not seeing the week. Dang, come on. That's zoomed in a little bit too far, I think. I can't get this to do this right. Hang on. Now I got it. So what I was trying to do is to get these hash marks to give me weeks, and if you're zoomed out too far, it starts blending them together. So this week being a short week is probably why it was giving some problems here. Alright, so we are looking at Costco. We are in an uptrend for the most part. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this one. So on a weekly, and we got the same, kind of the same problem here. On the weekly, we are just moved into a downtrend. So I'm not looking to do any sort of bullish trade on this. I would be looking to do a bearish trade, and that would be a 20 delta. But it may also be an iron condor. It looks kind of promising for that. Seems how, well, it depends on where we can get our prices. I would need to get outside, well outside of these two bars. Alright, moving on. CVX. Oh, CVX is not giving us an entry, and I'm probably going to be dropping them off. But technically, though, for right now, they are on our setup list. We have 1 day, 2 days, and we're into our third day today. So after today, if we don't get what we need, we take a pass. Alright, let's take a look at the Dow and see what's going on there. Let's see. Yep, looking a little choppy here. Definitely a top that it's having a little bit of a problem breaking through. We'll just keep an eye on it. Gold. You know what? These charts are just too small here, so I'm going to go back to the Analyze tab here, and we'll just switch over to these. And let's make this bigger. Here. Now we can see things better. Yeah, I like this better. Alright, golds. What's going on with gold? I have no idea. I really don't know. This is a little bit not quite steep enough to make me very happy, but it is getting into the 20 delta setup area, so I'm going to slide this one over here. I'll just get rid of that one. We'll get rid of that one. I don't want to clutter up too much drawings, just takes a little bit longer for the charts to be pulled up. Alright, so we're approaching a 20 delta on gold, so into my list for today it goes with a bull put. What's going on with good old Google? What is going on with Google? Man, it looks like we hit a top here. We have a target set down here. Let's wait for it to get there. LinkedIn. Oh, LinkedIn is, definitely is in 20 delta territory here. So I'm putting a target down here for LinkedIn as 20 delta. All right. Triple M. Let's see here. There's no way that, look at this price movement. I think that we tried to jump in on this last week. We didn't get what we were looking for. We still haven't got what we're looking for. 1, 2, 3 days passing. So now I'm looking up here for a 20 delta. 20 delta. That's what it's going to do. Alright, so we can just kind of like make it like that. A little bit more realistic. An ellipse, I found out. Ovoid is a term that generally refers to an egg shape. So an ellipse is really the proper term. Okay, yeah, enough vocabulary for right now. Okay, so in the X, we're in with a couple of different trades here. One with an expiration in 2 weeks, and one with an expiration in 3 weeks. So if it keeps moving in our direction, we're going to be happy. All right, Netflix, nothing going there. Yeah, burned me on a 50 delta. We were looking at possibly doing a 20 delta on this, but now it's moved too far away from us. So we'll have to take a pass on that for right now and maybe move this. Let's see, what are we looking at? We're still in a big uptrend. So what I would do is I'm just going to move this over to here. Okay. Price line. We're in price line. We're not getting any data. Here's our short. We could have gone possibly the other way on this. We're basing a lot of things off the daily chart here. The weekly chart, we're still in an uptrend. But on the daily chart, I'm going to delete all drawings on that. We are flat on the daily. So, being is that we are flat, we are looking for a 20 delta here, and if we get any sort of hook up today on this, we are going to jump in, or at least I am, with more 20 delta than we already have. How come I don't have it marked here? Hang on a second. Alright, I added the information in here. The short is at 1160. I put an arrow over here because it's not showing up on this chart. But I did get in on this on 6:25, about 10 o'clock in the morning. So it was on this particular candle here that I got in on it, which would have been when it hooked up here. So this is, oops. Sorry about that. This is really my 20 delta entry right here. So I'm going to just indicate that, and we're going to jump in on this again if opportunity should present itself today or this week. All right, Russell. Wow, we're running a little bit late today. We're in on Russell. We didn't take another trade, so we're waiting for our next entry, which will be over here for the cash index Russell. And SPX, we are not in SPX. We could have gotten in last week, we did not, so we're waiting for our next opportunity over here. And we'll make it an ellipse. Okay, TLT, we are in on TLT. We're looking pretty good here. We're going to take this and move it over and indicate our next opportunity to add to it. So we're looking pretty safe here at the moment. Tesla, I probably might drop Visa off too. Tesla, we missed a 20 delta here, so we'll slide this over and look for some sort of opportunity in here in the coming days. Maybe this week, maybe next. And last but not least is Visa. Looking for a bear call entry here, so I'm looking for a red hook. So I might get one today, so I'm going to throw this on the 20 delta list, and that is it for today's scan. Sorry about running so late, but anyway, it's a short week. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.